staying with us. In what has become one of the most alarming education scandals of the year, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, Jamb, has uncovered a wave of sophisticated technology-driven exam malpractice in the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. Over 6,400 candidates are now under scrutiny for high-tech cheating methods, ranging from biometric manipulation and image blending to land hacks and even AI-assisted impersonation. Our biggest question tonight is what's really happening behind the scenes of Nigeria's most important tertiary entrance examination? And more importantly, how do we fix it before it gets worse? Dr. J.K. Pele, Chairman, Special Committee on Examination Infractions, joins me tonight for first-hand insight into what the community found out. His panel was mandated to investigate irregularities in the 2025 Unified Tertiary Examination, assess Jamb systems and propose corrective reforms. Good evening to you, Dr. Pele. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good to be here. Long time no speak.
Right. Good evening to you. Thank you. So first, I must say well done to you and your team. I mean, alarming revelations out there. But I'm very worried about what the statistics of over 6,000 candidates having their results withheld due to technology-driven fraud reveal about the scale of the problem at hand.
Yeah, let me start by stating a very important disclaimer. The views that I'll be sharing on your program is not the views of the Jamb registrar or the Jamb management. They represent an independent opinion as the chairman of the committee, and I believe that supported by my members. So I just wanted to be clear for transparency and clarity that I don't speak for Jamb. We have submitted the report. Professor Leode is a man of integrity. He received the report, and I'm sure he will do something about it. With that said, I am equally as alarmed as you have expressed. Candidly speaking, the soul of education sector in this country is something that all of us must work hand in hand to rescue. I think I would dare say that the president probably have made a good choice of the current minister. I haven't met him, but I think I've seen some of the traces of what he's doing. And for him to even allow Jamb to appoint a civil society like me, a civil society person like me to head this all-important exercise shows how transparent and serious, serious they want to take this assignment, you know. And so we've done a very forensic exercise and had pointed out some of the issues. It's very troubling that very close to 70, 80%, 80% in particular, of most of the malpractices are traceable to parents of either these students or people. And for reason best known to them, maybe a show of my child is brilliant, my child can pass exams. They have really abated the scourge of this menace. And personally, apart from my position as the chairman that oversees this very all-important committee members, with diverse people, vice chancellors, former vice chancellors, DSS, police, NSA, the president of NAN, which is the student body, you name it, members of staff of Jamb, sincerely Professor Oloyede gave me absolute freedom. Didn't even want to call me, did not want to take my call until I finished this exercise. We finished this exercise. So it was done in very transparent manner.
All right.
Our investigation professionally executed. I had diverse individuals. I had people who are gurus in technology. I mean, if you know the Vice Chancellor of University of Jos is an expert in cyber crime, so and cyber technology. So we had diverse people that have the expertise.
All right. All right, Dr.
And
Pele.
the full cooperation of Jamb staff.
Mm.
So I am as alarmed as you are, and as the nation. And I think and I believe that the minister will do something urgently to
Right.
address this. And it's not only Jumoke. I'm looking forward to WAEC being as transparent as Professor Oloyede had been. I'm looking forward to NECO being as transparent as Oloyede has been. Oloyede is one Nigerian that this country will ever be grateful for. And I think we need to sing his.
That sounds very good. That sounds very good, Dr. Pele. I mean, quite alarming and troubling, especially when you also consider, the implications of, terms like image blending, finger pairing, albino falsification. And additionally also, Jamb withheld results for over 39,000 candidates, including 96 confirmed infractions and over 3,000 flagged for extraneous fingerprints. What does this disparity tell us?
A concern that everyone, all hands must be on deck to rescue the education sector. A very, very worrisome, troubling moment for the country. And even though some of the figures may not be as much as we're saying, but it's important to stay with the terms of reference and what my committee did. And so it's very pertinent to underscore the assignment and what we were able to do. It just calls for a total overhaul and a reform of the education sector. And I think and I believe that's what this minister is set to do. There's a need to embark on educational system reforms. There's a need to call out some of these individuals, some of them minors, others parents. There's a need for, you know what, I'm really looking forward to seeing one or two of them in jail. Because what they've done is an embarrassment to this country.
Right, Dr. Pele, but I believe that before a system reform, I think it's okay, or it's important for us to look at the root causes of this issue, because I mean, typically we're dealing with children. I mean, the other day was about how WAEC exams have been largely bastardized. Is this more of a systemic failure, or does it reflect the moral decay of our society?
Both of them. Both of them. The level of malpractices in examination is not only in Jamb. You will be amazed. The universities are not exempted. Some of them, not all of them. Whether it's private or public. Government schools are not exempted. We are talking about Jamb. What happens in secondary school? Secondary schools exams. What happens in the university exams? It's something that is troubling. And there are many things I cannot say on national television because it borders on national security, But there's also a group of cartel that is bent on frustrating the good works of the institutions like Jamb. And they have so much money and they are willing to do anything and everything to to thwart the system. Let me say this. Again, I've told you I do not speak for Jamb, but I'm speaking about what I found out. Jamb has one of the best technology. Why do I say so? I brought in um, an expert who is a Microsoft a former Microsoft cloud lead in Africa. I intentionally brought him in, and all of us came to that conclusion that unknown to us, even with meager resources, that Professor Loyede has invested in the state-of-the-art technological architecture, and so Jamb has what it takes, and that's why they were able to detect these fraudulent practices, and some of them I can describe in the course of this interview. It's very, very concerning.
All right.
Very concerning.
But Dr. Pele, how much of the problem do you think is driven by societal pressure to succeed at all costs? And what role do parents, teachers play in encouraging or discouraging exam fraud?
Again, I don't want to sound pessimistic. Even some of the teachers that ought to safeguard the education system have been found to be, I didn't say all, some. They're involved in making sure that their school produces the best result. But we also know that these best results are not coming from the people. They are coming from stooges. They are coming from manipulators that somehow they will find their way into that examination hall by the description of what you have just said. Finger blending, morphing, which is picture blending, and somehow they try to find a way to beat the system. But Jamb's system is robust. Jamb's system is almost near unbreakable. And that's why we're able to discover them and trace to where they are. Many of them have been arrested. Some of them are at large, So it's a system that works. And I really want to challenge other examination body to learn from what Professor Loyede had done. And may I dare say that this country will celebrate this man, and we need to celebrate him while he's alive.
All right, then, Dr. Pele, but beyond, investigating past infractions, what recommendations is your committee making to Jamb to prevent future high-tech malpractices? Do you foresee the introduction of perhaps new biometric verification technologies or stricter penalties?
Yeah, we did recommend that. But Jumoke, let me give you some background information. I want to talk to you, if you don't mind, and I'll come back to your question. What were our key findings? And then what were the recommendations? The key findings are simple. There were examination malpractices involving a highly organized, technology-driven, and cultural normalized enterprise. That's number one. Number two, we documented 4,251 cases of finger blending, 190 cases of AI-assisted image morphing, 1,878 false declaration of albinism. Albinism was front and center. They were impersonation done with persons with albinism. And that breaks my heart. 1,878. And there were numerous cases of credential forgery, multiple NIN registration, and solicitation schemes. Now, this fraud is not the work of candidates alone. It is sustained by syndicates involving some CBT centers, schools, parents, tutorial operators, and even technical accomplices. Now, we did look at issues like the legal framework, the inadequate legal framework that we need to tackle the biometrics and digital fraud, and public confidence in the examination process, which is dangerously eroding. The worst of all, Jumoke, is the malpractice has become culturally normalized and seen by many as acceptable shortcut to success. What were our recommendations? I'll just give it to you in 4 bullet points. Number 1 was detection. Deploying all AI biometrics, anomaly detection, dual verification system, real-time monitoring, and a national examination security operation center. This will help all shades of examination body. Deterrence. Cancel result of confirmed fraudulent candidates. Impose ban on 1 to 3 years. 1 to 3 years.
I do apologize. I do apologize, Dr. Pele, for budgeting, because it was in June the federal government announced a stringent 3-year ban, if I'm correct now, examination ban for student caught cheating. But some stakeholders think this represents a significant escalation in Nigeria's fight against academic malpractice. Yet, they also said the timing of that policy reveals a troubling irony when considered alongside recent incidents that exposed the deplorable conditions under which students are expected to demonstrate their academic integrity. Where exactly do you stand in less than 1 minute?
Well, listen, Jumoke, what we did was we did an independent interrogation on our own, which validates what that committee also said. We did very independent and thorough forensic analysis of the situation, and we came to that conclusion that should happen.
All right.
But it's not just that. We've also discovered that they are collaborators. They have created a central sanction registrar accessible to institutions and employees. That needs to happen. The last point I'd like to make real quick is prevention. There's a need to strengthen the mobile-first self-serve platforms, digitize the correction workflow, tighten disability verification, and ban bulk school-led registration. There is the issue of legal reforms. This is very key. There is a need to amend the Jamb Act and the Examination Malpractice Act to recognize biometric and digital fraud and provide for a legal unit within Jamb. This is appalling because the legal unit within Jamb cannot go to court and defend Jamb. So Jamb is spending a lot of money paying lawyers outside when they are units that knows the information, that have first-hand knowledge, cannot stand up in court to defend them. That, to me, needs to stop. There is cultural reorientation.
All right,
we did for Integrity First campaign. You know, we want your station and several other stations to get involved.
All right, Dr. Pele.
Disseminate the works of Jamb, disseminate issues like this when it comes out. We shouldn't sweep it under the carpet. Can I say one more thing?
Dr. Pele, in 30 seconds, we're out of time, sir. In 30 seconds, we're out of time.
Yeah, one more thing. I think TV stations should stop making quick decision of taking parents who comes out to claim Jamb did this, Jamb didn't do this, without interrogating it. Because what we have found out is that some of them that have been...
That sounds very instructive. Thank you, Dr. Pele.
Yeah,
and a
some
good way
of them
to...
may not be on your station.
Yes, I mean, that's clear. That's clear. Thank you so much, Dr. Pele. I mean, clearly it shows that this is not just a Jamb issue, but a national education emergency that demands urgent action. Thank you so much for speaking with us tonight, Dr. J.K. Pele, Chairman, Special Committee on Examination Infractions. Thank you so much for your time with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just to let you know that most of those parents, by the time they investigate it, they come back to Jamb with apology.
All right, Dr. Pele, thank you. I'm sure we'll continue this conversation some other time. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. That's a package tonight. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, everybody.